What's going on, everybody? Here to showcase my Banshee 13 one cycle team. Kind of show you how it works, and then afterwards we'll kind of go over all the gear. But I am currently running Shadow Rose, Charles, Baiken, and a level 50 Vivian. Vivian's there mainly just for her S3, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what's happening here, show you the run through, and then we'll go and we'll look at the gear here.
Unleash my power!
Who will stand against me?
The time has come to determine the victor.
For victory!
All is done.
Correct your posture.
And there you have it. So it's a pretty simple team overall, and actually to gear up and stuff, the most important part is actually speed tuning them. So first we're going to start out, and let's go ahead and take a look at Vivian, because Vivian needs to take her turn first. So it's going to be probably the most important part of this, and I have them speed tuned to a point because I also use my Shadow Rose actually in Golem. So I had to kind of build my Vivian around that to make her faster. So I just threw together, pretty quick and simple little, speed gear and stuff like that, and made sure that she had enough speed in order to go first. But don't have any of her skills enhanced because I don't need them. I just need her to use her S3 first so we can get the immunity and the greater attack buff. But I have her speed tune currently to 210. Effectiveness also isn't important. Just whatever you got to do to get anything you can. Just the speed tuning is going to be the most important part. And then the second key part in order to pull this off is definitely going to be the Shadow Rose, because you need her to do her S3 so everybody else can take their turn before the little fodder does as well. So I have her speed tune currently to 204. Again, definitely want to have effectiveness up there so that way she can actually push them back. And I could get more effectiveness out of the ring and stuff, but I haven't had any issues with it. I am running Midnight Bloom on her, just to help make up for the fact of some of my other characters needing that additional crit hit chance. So that definitely helps out in order to kind of pull that in there. In fact, let's look at her one more time. So this artifact, it's just on there. You could easily, if you need some additional stats or something like that, you could easily throw on maybe like an otherworldly or something along those lines. But let's take a look at Charles. So this is my Charles. So he's also currently geared and speed tuned as well. It's important that he goes before Baiken does in your turn order, so he can one-shot the first team, or the first wave rather. Got his gear for the most part, pretty obtainable gear. But the hard part was actually getting him speed tuned. He's also currently on my my Golem team as well, so that's also important to kind of keep in mind, so you don't have to keep swapping out gear. The only important part is that you're going to have your Daydream Joker plus 30 on him. And then let's take a look at Baiken. So here's Baiken. So Baiken's your definite most important part. And gear, she is very gear hungry, so you have to take your time and get the gear together. So I don't have her S1 skill enhanced because she doesn't use it, but I do have, just to make sure I get that extra damage. And you can tell that I'm definitely doing overkill, so it's probably not as important to have it. I definitely did it on the S2 just to make sure that the bleeds and everything do end up proccing, because those are, you know, important, so that way you can you know, detonate and get enough damage done with her S3. But yeah, here's a quick look at her gear and some of my gear rolls. It definitely could be better, but you absolutely do need to make sure that she has the lowest speed on your team. Even if you have no speed gear on her at all, is probably preferred, because you don't want her taking any turns until she goes in for the kill. So but yeah, simple enough. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.